by Blessings Mashayo Media Institute of Southern Africa Misa Zimbabwe has petitioned President Emmerson Mnangagwa and Attorney General Prince Makha, beseeching them to establish a legal and political environment conducive for a free press. Emmerson Mnangagwa is sworn in as president at the presidential inauguration ceremony in the capital Harare, Zimbabwe, Friday, November 24, 2017. Mnangagwa is being sworn in as Zimbabwe's president after Robert Mugabe resigned on Tuesday, ending his 37-year rule. Photo Ben Curtis in a letter dated December 10, written by Ms. Zimbabwe chairperson Golden Mnangagwa and copied to Clerk of Parliament Kennedy Chokuda. Ministry of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs and Ministry of Media, Information and Broadcasting Services. The Press Freedom Group complained about the inordinate delay in implementing media reforms. While it is common cause that your esteemed task force has identified the Access to Information and Protection of Privacy Act and the Broadcasting Services Act as key media laws among the bulk of laws that need to be aligned to the Constitution, this sadly remains a mere undertaking. The Ms. Zimbabwe, by copy of this letter, humbly seeks to draw your respected attention to our concern on the above referenced issue. Ms. Zimbabwe is of the considered view that these two pieces of legislation are in dire need a review on account of the following issues: Broadcasting Services Act Sections 4 and 10. Provisions of the BSA, with reference to Sections 4 and 10 in particular, remain out of sync with the letter and spirit of the Constitution and require review on the following aspects. Among others, the appointment of members to the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe (BAS) should be consistent with the parity provided under the Constitution to ensure that women constitute at least half of the BAS appointees, the letter says. Mnangagwa said there must be depoliticization of appointment processes to the BAS. This comes as Parliament has shortlisted 12 candidates that were interviewed in public on Friday in the Senate chamber. After the interviews, Parliament's Committee on Standing Rules and Orders will submit a list of the 6 top-rated candidates, and the President must choose 3, including at least 1 woman, to appoint to the BAS board from this list. There is imperative need to ensure the depoliticization of the appointment process in order to ensure that it becomes more democratic and transparent so as to guarantee the independence of BAS, Mnangagwa said. Further, it shall also be necessary to check the powers of the minister under this act as well as the ZBC Commercialization Act, with a view to ensure that the power cannot be arbitrarily wielded, hence preserving the autonomy of the BAS and ZBC as a state broadcaster in line with Sections 613b and 614a of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. He also said the government must establishment of an independent licensing authority. The name BAS should be replaced by the term Independence Licensing Authority if the government is to demonstrate any political or legislative will to ensure the autonomy of the BAS as per the Constitution of the land and other related regional and international instruments. Outside the mere changing of names and strengthening the present BAS, Ms. Zimbabwe also recommends that a new and truly independent broadcasting regulator be put in place in order confidence in the media and other relevant stakeholders. Ms. Zimbabwe said. Daily News. Emmerson Mnangagwa. Mr. Prince Makha. A previous post last week's data blackout. Econet sets record straight. Next post. MPOFU dares Simra. Police support Nihanda Radio Donatia.